What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to do a mods overview part 2, like I said I would do. This video is kind of impromptu because my rain guards came in early for some reason. Never get parts early, but hey, I'll take it. So some of these will be repeated. I've already mentioned most of these, but I'm just gonna show you a more in-depth look on this particular video. As far as the front goes, it's a generic Honda Civic sticker, nothing special there. I painted over the side markers right here with black spray paint. That's relatively self-explanatory as well. Like in the other video, I also put speed holes on this particular vehicle, and like I said, these are not perfect. I'm not a professional, like I always mention. This is just a hobby of mine, but I think I can do most modifications okay. Next modification is I spray painted the portion of the bottom bumper lip right here white, so that way it has more of a pop. As you can see, gives it more of a lowered appearance. Like I mentioned, again, yellow fog lights. This is a very simple one as well. Like a lot of my other modifications, it didn't really take all that much effort. I just kind of simply painted over it, and this is the final product. Next modification on the list is white pinstripe on the front lip kit. It already comes with a stock lip kit. That's why I didn't actually put one on this vehicle. I did at one point put a lip kit on my Impreza, but I changed my mind because, you know, I feel like one lip kit is probably enough. I'm thinking of putting a splitter on this thing, but I'm still debating that because it already has a nice lowered, sort of aggressive appearance at the front already, because it comes stock with a front lip anyways. Still thinking about that, but if I do put it on, I'll make an update video for you guys, just so that you can see sort of that transformation, which is, you know, a big part of why I make these videos, is to show people the transformation of a car from stock to modified, and how you can kind of use your own, you know, skills that you take up along the way when you're modifying vehicles, and kind of get yourself a nice, what I've heard people say is, build yourself a nice economy sports car. Instead of spending a bunch of cash on the front end, you're gonna slowly, you know, pay as you go, but you're still kind of budgeting, and you're kind of not spending as much money in the long run overall, at least in my opinion. A lot of people think other, but I don't know. I think modifying a vehicle from stock is better than actually purchasing a sports car, just in my opinion. Another modification that I did on the front is I spray painted this center area black on the front bumper cover. I know it's kind of a different modification, but I think it gives it more of an aesthetic appearance overall. Kind of, you know, almost like I said in that other video, kind of like the WRX, kind of. That's kind of like the idea and concept I'm going for, because I'm just not a big fan of the WRX overall, but I like the aesthetics behind it. Next is a JDM decal, fairly self-explanatory. Basically just a car sticker, and I just slapped that on there. Pretty much, you know, an easy little add-on. You can apply it to pretty much any vehicle. It kind of gives it a little bit more of a pop. Now we're going to start getting into the more invasive modifications. So these I actually literally just installed within the past couple minutes. These are rain guards, and what's unique about these is that they actually come with these little plastic screw clip-on devices. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. Oh, there's a piece of hair on this. This right here is the only reason why I got these. I am not a fan of taping on hardware to your vehicle. I think it's very dangerous. And in fact, I actually had a lip kit on my Impreza, and I actually decided to screw it in as well as tape it on. And ever since taking up that philosophy, when it comes to car modification, I've never ever had any part fall off of my car ever. And even with this, I'm still a bit hesitant to actually use these because the fact is they're plastic, they're not metal, and they kind of just snugly clip on to the weather strip, because there's a weather strip underneath, sort of like underneath here. There's like a weather strip underneath this little general area of the vehicle. And the weather strip is kind of like just kind of placed on there, so it's like, to me, it's somewhat risky, but I'm giving it a shot, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Who knows what's gonna happen with the performance of this, but hopefully it will function the way it's supposed to. Next thing on the list, oh yeah, this is a spoon style roof spoiler. It's not anything special, and it was relatively cheap. However, like I said, when it comes to spoilers, I'm more into using a spoiler for the style aspect. I could have realistically probably bought the carbon fiber, legitimate, Spoon Sports brand spoiler if I wanted to. However, this is my approach to spoilers basically, and wings as well, is you just get them mostly for styling. If you want to spend that money, I understand, like, you want to make it as functional as possible, but for me, when it comes to spoilers, I just like them as like a little style add-on, if that makes any sense. And as you can see right here, this is where the previous Mugen style wing was. I took some plastic sort of screw hole covers, that's what I call these, from my Subaru Impreza, and just stuck them in there, and they fit perfectly, like these things. These things don't move at all. The last thing that I think I'm going to detail in this video, because I kind of went over most of the modifications in my part 1, is the smoked LED taillights. The brand on these, I'm 90% sure, are called Bland, with a V like Victor. They are not that expensive, and in fact they were fairly high quality considering the price of them. I was not expecting these to be so high quality. I've had them for over a year on the vehicle, and they've held up pretty nicely. There's like barely any scratches. There is a scratch, it's probably from me, from just like working on other things on the car. But as you can see, they're still in superior condition after over a year, and they still work. They still, do their thing, and they've just been a really good modification. So this is my part 2 on this vehicle. One last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to roll up the windows and turn the lights on, just so you can see just a little bit more of this car sort of in action. I'm going to call it that. 1 second. So you can hear that can hear that muffler. I made the muffler a little bit louder. Oh wow, these rain guards. They look cool from the inside. Okay. Let's step out of the vehicle. Just give you guys a nice angle shot here, nice angle view. 1 second. Here we go. There she is. In all of her glory. Nice angles here. And let me just do one more thing and then I'm done here. Just give you a nice view of these LED lights. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Wow.